Hey, fourth grade trumpets. Hope you guys are having an awesome week. I want to first say that the video is going to look a little different today. I've been playing with the camera settings a little because I realized that it was like the picture was really weird how it was flipping it. So it looked like I was holding my instruments a certain way, and I know it was throwing some kids off. So I want to make sure that we are holding our instrument correctly. All right, it'll hopefully look a lot better now, so that like this is my left hand, and hopefully as you're looking at the camera or phone or whatever you're looking at, the computer, it's your left too. So left, right. Hopefully it's much easier to follow now. Okay, cool. First thing, guys, starting with our mouthpiece as always, go ahead and do some nice buzzing. And do some tonguing. Ta ta ta. Cool. All right, put that mouthpiece right into our mouthpiece receiver. Give it a little twist. At the end of the lesson today, I'm going to teach you all how to oil your valves. How to oil your valves. Cool. All right, so here we go. We're going to start today with some long tones and some tonguing. So we're going to go through the 3 notes that we've learned so far, starting on our E. No fingers on the, 1 and 2 on the E. Can you just play that note with me? Make sure we're holding our trumpet correctly. Remember, left hand holds the trumpet. Always, always left thumb. These fingers are around. Right hand is right up here. Thumb in between the first and the second valve casings. Fingers 1, 2, 3. Rounded. Pinky sits right on top. All right. Here we go. We're going to play our E, 1 and 2 valves down. Here we go. Play that E and hold it. Good. Make sure that we're pushing them all the way down. Let's now please play our E for 4 beats for a whole note. Here we go. Hold it out. Ready? And good. Count in your head as we're playing it. Now we're going to play with 4 quarter notes, and we're going to tongue every single note. Here we go. 2, E, and good job. Now we're going to go to the next note, the D, first and third valves all the way down. We're going to hold it for a whole note, so 4 beats, and then we're going to then tongue 4 quarter notes. 2, ready, and good. And last, we're going to do the same thing on our C. No valves down, low C. Hold it for 4 beats and then tongue 4 quarter notes. Ready, and awesome. Cool. All right, well, let's get started. So today we're going to start right on page 7. Page 7, and we're going to go down to the bottom of it to 1.15. Here we go. Now, this is where we left off last time. All right. If you haven't practiced these other songs much, then go back to last week's video. Don't watch this video yet, all right? If you feel really good about these songs on page 7, and you're like, I know these well, I practiced them a bunch, I feel good about them, I can play them confidently and easily, awesome, then we're ready to keep going, all right? But if not, it's okay. Go back and work on those songs some more this week, okay? And then next time, check out this video. All right, but if you're ready to go, we are going to keep going. So look at 1.15. Here we go. Now, this one is unique because there's something missing on this line of music. Take a look at it. Can you figure out what it is? If you read what it says, then you figure it out pretty easily. All right, draw in the bar lines, then play. It's missing the bar lines. So up here, all of these measures are divided by lines going straight down that musical staff. Those are called bar lines, and the bar lines are what separate the measure. So the measure is this space in between the bar lines. So on this bottom one, 1.15, it's all the notes that you know already. It's rhythms that you know. They're just missing bar lines. So you need to draw those bar lines in. So you need to find a pencil. All right, it has to be a pencil. It can be like this. It can be a mechanical pencil. It doesn't matter, but we need a pencil Don't use marker, don't use pen, ever in music. Okay, so you're going to take it, and we got to figure out where to draw them. Oh man, this is not a good eraser. All right. Anyway, just messed that up. We've got to figure out how many beats are in each measure in order to know where our bar lines go. So think about it by looking up at the top, the one above, hot cross buns. Okay, so this right here, hot cross buns, this is a half note. A half note gets 2 beats. Awesome. Then we have another half note. A half note there gets 2 beats as well. So you go 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now that one got 4 beats. Now is that for every measure it gets 4 beats? Look at the next one. We've got 2 beats plus, this is 2 beats of silence because that's a half rest. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, yeah, every single measure for all these ones that we're on right now and that we're going to be on for a long time get 4 beats. Every measure gets 4 beats. Okay, so then look down here. Here we go. So we've got a quarter note. How many beats? 1 plus another quarter note, 1 beat, plus a half note. We know it's a half note because it's empty inside and it has a line going up, or it can be going down. All right, that's a half note, 2 beats. So we've got 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. So that's where you're going to draw your line. See, now you can see exactly where my eraser messed it all up. That's okay. All right, so I want you guys to go through the rest of the song, pause the video, draw in those bar lines. All right, do a little bit of math for this, okay? There's a lot of math in music, but I promise you, it's fun math. Okay, and now we get to play it. All right, so let's airband it first, and then we'll play. So from the very beginning, airband it with me. 2, ready, and E, E, C, D, D, E, 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 C, C, D, D, C. Now look at the end of that piece of music. At that final bar line, there are the 2 dots. What are those called? That is called a repeat sign. So when we play it this time, we're going to repeat all the way back to the beginning after we do it one time. Awesome. Hopefully you have those bar lines drawn in and you're ready to go. If not, pause the video and draw them in quick. Here we go. From the beginning of Here We Go. 2 on the E, ready, and repeat. Awesome. Nice job. If any of that was challenging at all, pause the video, practice it a bunch, all right? If you're not quite ready for that, that's okay. Go back to last week's video. Work on that a bunch more, all right? Remember, each time we do it, it gets better. All right, turn the page, if that felt good. Turn the page over to page 8. We're going to start with number 1.16, a Clair de la Lune. So first thing, let's airband it. Here we go. I'm going to say the first 2 measures with you. I want you to say the last 2 measures by yourself, but I'm still going to practice my fingers with you. Here we go. From the beginning, practicing our fingers and saying the names of the notes together. 2, ready, and C, 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 D, E, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, stop right there. There is a repeat sign at the end of this. Yes. So when we play it, we will repeat it. Here we go. Let's play it all together from the beginning. A Clair de la Lune. This is a French folk song. And you can find all those like little bits of where these songs are from at the end of each song. All right. Some of them don't say. If they don't say, that means that the song was written for this book. But if they do say, it's telling you where they're from. So it is a French folk song. Here we go. Beginning. A Clair de la Lune. 2, ready, and repeat. Nice job. All right, let's go down to the next one. 1.17, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now you've played this a bunch before on the trumpet, but this is the first time we actually get to see the music of Mary Had a Little Lamb while we play it. So remember, notice the differences between the E on that bottom line of the staff, the D, which sits underneath the staff on a space, and the C, which is underneath the staff all by itself with a line going through it. All right, a line goes straight through that C. We have to notice the difference between those. All right, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Air band it with me first. 2, I'm going to say the first 2 measures with you, and then you're going to say the rest of the song by yourself. All right, you can say it in your head, you can say it out loud, whatever you want to do at home. 2, air band it, ready, go. E, D, C, D, E, 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 rest, rest, rest. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Is there a repeat sign at the end of the song? Nope. All right, let's play it now. From the beginning, Mary had a little lamb. First and second valve down on that E. Remember, valves need to go all the way down. They're either all the way down or all the way up. Never half. If you half valve, you're not going to get the sound we want. It's not going to come out. All right, beginning. Mary had a little lamb. 1, 2, ready, and rest, 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 rest. Nice job. Awesome. All right, and then let's go down to 1.18. Mary Had a Cool Lamb. This is going to be our last song that we play for today. This one is really cool because it's like Mary Had a Little Lamb, except they try to make it kind of jazzy. So they change like where the rests are in the piece. So let's air band it. Same notes as Mary Had a Little Lamb, all right, but a few things change. So let's go through it really quick first. I'll say the first measure with you, and you say the rest by yourself. 2, ready, air band it, go. E, D, C, D, rest, 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 rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. All right, let's try playing it. Mary had a cool lamb. 2, ready, and rest, rest, rest. Awesome job. Cool. So this week, I want you to practice those 4 new songs that we just played, starting with 1.15 on page 7 and going all the way to 1.18 right there that we just played. All right. Work on them like we just did in the video. Airband them first. Go through them. Work on them like if there's one measure in there that keeps messing you up, just do that one measure. Airband that one measure, then just play that one measure. Then put it together with a measure next to it. All right? Work on it little tiny chunks like that. All right? And then put it back together again. All right? And then once you can play it straight through, like with me in the video, then I want you to try to do it faster. All right? But it has to be steady. Feel the beat, keep the beat steady. All right? Like that last one, Mary Had a Cool Lamb, that one's a lot of fun when you play it faster. Like if you play it a little faster and you can keep it nice and steady, it's cool. It's really neat. All right. So I want you to try that this week. Practice all that stuff. And yeah, you're going to keep getting better each time you do that. All right, guys, I want to show you really quick how to oil your trumpet valves. All right, so really quick, if you have one of these in your case, I want you to grab it. All right, pull it out so that you're ready to go. Let me just show you how to oil these. If you're not ready or if your valves are fine, then maybe you're okay. But if you have oil in your case, I suggest go through this with me right now, even if your valves seem fine, just so you can practice it so that you know what to do. And there's a good chance if you haven't oiled your valves yet, it probably needs oil, even if it's working pretty well right now. So this is what you're gonna do. Take the oil that you have in your case, all right? You're gonna first carefully take off the top. All right, I'm gonna set this down. I have a table right here. Carefully set it down. Now, we have to do this one valve at a time, all right? We have to do it one valve at a time and only take out one valve at a time, all right? So, I might actually pause this really quick. Hold on. Okay, so I've got this set up a little bit different so you can see everything that I'm doing. All right, so I have my oil with the top off on a table here. I'm going to do this sitting in a chair. Another great way to do it is sit on the floor by your case. I love to practice this right by my case. This is actually, that's what I would do if we were at school. I would have you sit right by your case. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Very carefully, guys. We're going to start with our first valve. So remember, first valve is closest to our mouthpiece. We are going to unscrew it from right here. This is the part you have to unscrew it from. Don't unscrew up here. All right, this part, it will come unscrewed, but that is going to mess up your whole valve. So we've got to be super, super careful. Don't unscrew it from up here. Unscrew it from right down here. This is so, so important. All right, unscrew this part right here. Keep going until it comes off. Great, now we're just going to pull our valve up. All right, now we're going to hold this with one hand with our trumpet on our lap. And I'm going to take my valve oil with my other hand, and I'm going to touch the tip of this valve oil and tilt it down so that it can run right to that metal down here. This part up here, you see the part on mine, it's like a gold color. This does not get valve oil. It doesn't need any valve oil up here. It needs valve oil on the bottom part right down here. That's the part that all needs oil. It's kind of gross. Yours are going to be much cleaner than this. All right. So you want to touch that oil right to this part. Touch it to it and kind of give it a little squeeze so you see some of those droplets of oil going down. All right, I like to turn mine all around, all right, and squeeze it from like right up here. You don't have to like bring it down because it's going to cover the whole thing as long as you're putting it up here on the top. All right, awesome. Then I'm going to set my oil down. Okay, I'm going to wiggle this back and forth as I bring my valve down. Now, you need to look on this part of your valve. There's going to be a number on one side. This side does not have a number. This side does have a couple numbers. All right. You need to line the number up with your mouthpiece. It gets lined up with the mouthpiece. So when I put this back in, I need to line it up with that mouthpiece. I'm going to bring it down and you have to listen for the click. It's going to click in there and then it'll be able to move up and down. You have to be able to hear it click. If it doesn't click, it's not going to go in right and you're not going to be able to play the trumpet. So you need to test it each time you oil a valve. So, all right, we're going to line up the number to the mouthpiece, bring it down, have it click. Then I'm going to very carefully screw this back in. All right, sometimes it can be a little hard getting them lined back up. Just take your time. You can have a parent help you with this, all right? And then we should be able to move it up and down. It should be a lot easier to move it if the valve was needing oil, okay? Now, once you have it all together, put that one back down. I want you to try to play a note, all right? If you cannot get a note out, it means something's wrong. Like if no air wants to go through, you can't get a sound out, you just put this valve back in wrong. If you play and you get an awesome sound like you normally would, then it's good. Then I want you to do the exact same thing on the second one. Only take out one valve at a time, all right? One at a time, put the oil only in that one spot, all right? That's the only place that needs oil, right down here. Then we put it back in. All right, you don't need to take the whole thing out, okay? Just hold it up, put oil around it, then line up the number with the mouthpiece, bring it down, listen for the click, all right, and then screw it back in. Cool. All right, I want you to oil your valves if they need oil. There's a good chance that it could get a little messed up. So please, 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 if there's any issues, email me, have your parents email me, you email me. I need to know if you're having issues with your trumpet valves, okay? Take your time doing this. Go one at a time. Please follow directions on this one because this is easy to mess up. And I can't just have you bring it into school, you know, tomorrow and fix it for you. So please be careful with these valves. Make sure you follow the directions. If there are any issues, let me know. All right. Cool. So try oiling those valves if they're sticky at all, if there's something off with them, but do it one at a time. And then each time I want you to check to make sure it still plays. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great week. Happy practicing, and I'll see you next week. Bye.